Good morning. What a beautiful day again on the Gold Coast. God, I live in a beautiful place of the world. And I doubt wherever you are, you will say the same, because just being alive on this planet is a beautiful thing. It's a real beautiful thing. And nice and brisk this morning, 7 degrees. Got my little wobbly body out there and shivered my around my run, but it was so well worth it. You feel so good afterwards. It's amazing. You seem to be able to do faster times when it's cold. You're not cooking. I was talking to a guy yesterday. He's in Florida and he's been running. He says 100 degrees Fahrenheit there, and he says it's killing him trying to do his runs. And I say, yeah, it's nice and cool here, so you seem to go a little faster to warm up. So today, on to the fourth belief, one of the fourth types of beliefs that holds us back from getting what we want. You know, we've looked at what our beliefs about our beliefs are, then that it's possible. Then we went into the belief about what's it going to take. And today we're going to look into the energy on the belief about what's going to happen. You know, our brain loves familiarity, so we are constantly predicting about what's going on. You know, has this ever happened to you? You know, happened to me more than once. You know, when you're walking down the steps and you're not really paying attention because you're just doing something else, or you're thinking about something else at the same time, and then you go and take that extra step, but there's not another step, and you sort of go clunk. It's the brain, and you go, well, what the? And the brain, it's your brain was predicting what was coming. But there was 10 steps, and your brain thought there was 11, and you get that crunch, and you go, oh, and your knee blooming buckles a bit, and hey, Alison, and you find yourself in, just in this place, you're going, wow, what happened? So when you become present to this in your life, so when you start becoming present to these predictions that you're constantly making, when you're wanting to go for that job, or you're wanting to have that relationship, or you're wanting to do anything, and it's good to see. So I'm not the only one, Alison, that does it. So you become present to the predictions that you're putting out there. You can begin to start making change, you know, and it becomes a real game changer in your life when you start becoming present to it. You know, and we look at our predictions, and they usually start with she's going to say no, or he's not going to, you know, have the time to do this, or I have to get out of bed and go for a run, or I got to make that sales call, got to make that cold call, or got to go around and see the wife's parents. You know, and it's usually, you know, when you think about it, you look at it, you go, oh crap, I don't want to have to do that, and you're predicting a negative outcome. You know, everything starts with the old So when you look in your life and you go to do something, and I got a client that talked like this, he says, and he's looking and he's changing everything that he was doing, moving from one place to another, and he says, everything always starts with and we looked at it, we sort of laughing at it, but it's true. And you look in your own life, where do you do that? You know, what they are, they're predictions, and a prediction is a belief. When we predict something, it's a type of belief that we believe is going to happen. You know, if I do this, then this will happen. It's a belief. And so people going to get mad if you say something. Have you ever noticed that you may have had something going on, and you're thinking, you're predicting if you call up and you have to change your meeting time or something like that, and you're predicting they're going to get mad, and you're worrying about it. And then, you know, they can get mad. But how often have you rung because you're needing to change the time, and they go, oh, God, I'm glad you rung, and I needed to change the time because something's come up for me also. The amount of times that happens is amazing when you stay in flow. But when you're chucking out your predictions that you're going to get a negative outcome, well, then you'll tend to start getting one. We have to start looking at our beliefs about what's going to happen. We need to start erasing any of those old beliefs, those predictions that don't serve us. Because what we're doing when we're living in these predictions, we're not being present. And if we're not being present, then we're off either in the future or in our emotions or past things that are happened to us. But at no time are we actually present on what's actually going on. So, there's a clue for you on looking at your predictions. Are you present in the moment? Are you operating from a blank canvas? Like right here, right now, you can have all sorts of stuff going on in your life. But if you're right here, right now, in this moment, right here, right now, there'll be nothing wrong. There never is. You just be right here, right in the moment, and just be totally there. One of the things that we look at is if you're right present in the moment and you have to call somebody, you just call them. And one of the things that we like in sport, what we do, you can go out and you can practice as much as you like. But when you get out on that field or you get out on that court, you've got to play what's in front of you. You can't predict what's gonna happen. They're going to do what they're going to do. And you have practiced your skills enough, or you practice your craft enough to be able to deal with what comes at you. And when you're able to be present and open in the moment, you become very agile and you can move and go with what needs to happen. So one of the things that we look at is being present and having a blank canvas. Every situation, every moment, have a blank canvas just coming into what's happening here. This phone call, what's going to happen here? You're going to meet with your client. Okay, so what's going on here? You're going to ask someone out on a date or be in a relationship, and you just go there. Okay, so let's just see what's going to happen. All I'm going to do is ask this question and let's see what's happened. I've got an intention of what I would like to happen, but I'm open to the response I get, and I deal with it as it happens. Because we know, like what we learned from the last call yesterday about what's it going to take, you either get what you want or you get what you need. And if you're open and present enough to be able to see that, and you're not predicting your beliefs about what's going to happen, you can see it so much easier. So one of the things to also be aware of with our projections, they can become our intentions. And I talked to this about my son when he goes to play tennis. He has he was really bad at it. We had to work on him with it. He used to keep thinking he was going to double fault when he serving. And guess what he did? He double fault. Duh. Hey, congratulations, well done. You believed you were going to do it and you did it. Well done. Woo-hoo. And he'd get really mad when I'd do that, but hey, that's just dad. But the thing that you look at is you go, well, yeah, you proved yourself right. So if you have a prediction that it's going to be negative, then it turns out negative, why are you surprised? You projected it. You set an intention, because through that prediction, you are setting an intention, so your energy, your emotions, your behaviors, and your words, and your tone, and everything that goes with it, how you're coming across, is being influenced by that belief, by that prediction that you have, because that then starts turning into your intention. And you look at it and you go, oh man, I keep shooting myself in the foot. You think about it. When you're going, like people when we're talking and they're going to do the sales pitch on what they're doing, and you can quite often, when you listen and you watch the energy of it, you can hear their belief about their product. Oh, geez, I hope they don't say no. They're predicting people are going to say no, and so their voice will change, their energy changes, their posture changes. And when you watch these great speakers out there, you see them stay in the power. And I love watching my wife when she's on stage and she would speak. You didn't even know that she'd gone into a sales pitch. She was so flawless at it. and she just came with this confidence. It's a real art. She didn't, she would have an intention on what she wanted. She had an outcome that what she was going after with, and then she would just deal and play with what comes up in front of her. Because some people think, oh no, well, I have to sit and worry about stuff. I'll go over it, run it over and over in my mind. I just keep worrying about it. Worrying's like sitting in a rocking chair, just going backwards and forwards. You get nowhere. You just go, And so one of the things that I want you to have a look at is look at the predictions that you're putting out, because they become self-fulfilling prophecies. And when we look at it like that, we go, crap, what am I doing that for? So in a nutshell, the thing to look at here, just to look at what's happening when you come up, a situation's happening, and you look at, okay, well, what's going to happen? We're moving forward, going to where I'm going to go. What's going to happen? If you find yourself projecting what's going to happen, ask yourself, what's this belief? Is this belief a positive belief? My intention is to get this outcome. Okay, nothing wrong with an intention. You need to have an intention that's very powerful, and yeah, go for it. But what are you projecting? Are you projecting negativity on it, or is it an intention? The way to double check this is to be present in the moment. Do you have a blank canvas? You got your desired result, what you're going after, so you know what you want, and you are open and flexible and malleable enough to pick up what you need along the way so that you can achieve your goal of what you desire. When you do that, you then move out of the predictions of what's going to happen. Because reading energy, and that people quite often ask me, can you tell me my future? I'm not going to tell you your future, because all I'm reading is the energy that's going on in your field at the moment of what you believe. And you can see some stuff, but I'm not going to go and say that, because then my belief systems can be coming in there. So hell no. Be present. What do you want? Move towards it. One of the things to know, and that I love about this too, and this is something where we sit with teachers, you go, you either know or you don't know. Anything in between is a belief system or a bullshit story, whatever you want to go. So when you know, you don't got to convince anybody, because you just know, and it's like a boom. It's that, just a real grounded, and you feel solid in yourself. You're like a mountain. And when you don't know, if you can be present with not knowing, what happens for you, and you can admit to yourself that you don't know, what happens is the brain will open up, and the knowingness of the solution will come in. And then you'll know. But what we tend to do, because we tend to try to predict what's going to happen, or we try to put a belief system on how it's going to happen. And that's a bullshit story. And what we do when we move into that piece, we stop being grounded, we stop being present. And so if you can become aware where you do that, you're going to catapult so much further ahead in whatever you're doing, and you're just going to be, people are going to love being in your presence, because you're just there, and you're dealing, and you're just opening up with whatever happens. So, I hope that helps a little bit, and I hope it gives you some steps and gets you to look at your day. Are you predicting what's going to happen before you go into a meeting? Or are you going in present so you can hear what they're actually saying? And then you can play what's ever in front of you, just like in tennis or in rugby or in any type of sport, soccer, or football, anything, basketball. You play what's in front of you. Yeah, they may move to the left. You thought they were going to go right, but they went left. Oh, geez, let's get this. Then we can do this. Yeah, great. We do that. Woo, life becomes so much fun. Okay, guys, enjoy. Tomorrow I'll end up with we'll do the fifth one. We'll do a review on them. And I look forward to hearing. Let us know how you're going with these. What little subtle changes did you make? Okay, I look forward to it. And take care. Blessings.